Let's start with the prompt. Which choice describes the function of the underlined sentence in the text? And let's start reading. When ancient oak planks were unearthed during subway construction in Rome, these people examined the growth rings in the wood to determine where these planks came from. By comparing the growth rings on the planks to records of similar rings from Europe, the team could trace the wood to a certain region of France, far from Rome. Because timber could only have been transported from this place to that place by boat, the team's findings suggest the complexity of Roman trade routes. So we're seeing the discovery of certain pieces of wood during an excavation and all the clues that came from that ultimately it was determined that there was a lot of complexity in Roman trade routes. So let's look at the answers. A, it presents a conclusion about Roman trade routes based on the team's findings. That sounds great. The conclusion is that they were complex. B, it questions how the team was able to conclude that the planks were used to build a boat. That's a little more specific. We don't see that they were building, how they concluded that they were used to build a boat. They just matched up the rings on the wood to the rings in the records that they knew of. And C, it explains why the planks were made from oak rather than a different kind of wood. We're not really seeing comparisons of types of wood. And D, describes common methods used in Roman subway construction. Not at all on the topic. So A actually is the answer that sounds good. A conclusion about Roman trade based on their findings. And the conclusion was that they had complex trade routes. So the answer here is A.